You think men wanting their girlfriends, partners, wives to not be partying, going out to bars and clubs, you think that that's oppression? Because you use the word oppressed.
I said women have been oppressed since the beginning of time.
How?
And it's natural.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
How?
Are you really? How?
Yeah, go ahead.
How? You're
the one
asking
saying
me
this is
how?
true. Yes.
Here's maybe a better question.
Defend
How?
No, because I'm not going.
Okay,
if you don't know how.
Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious, and you're rude, and you're full of a lot. No, I'm talking right now. You had your chance. I'm going to talk. When I'm done, you talk. That's equality, right?
Keep going.
Right. Thank you very much. All right. Now, what I'm saying is in conversation, when you bring something up, you can't just state something as fact and then not defend it.
Okay,
and
let's
then
pause
say,
it.
oh, well.
First of all, Brian's face. Brian looked like he was going to die. I actually thought Brian was going to get up and leave the show and just be like, I'm out. You guys just do what you're going to do. So when you see, what are your thoughts when you watch that exchange between the two of you?
I knew she was full of shit. I was like, okay, this is in your like little oppression handbook. So let's see. You're oppressed. Let's go fact for fact, because I could talk to you about male oppression as well. You know, they're painting the picture like men have just like were born at the dawn of civilization. Like, oh, what's our first instinct? Provide, protect, find a woman, make love to her, protect the family. No, I want to oppress women. I want to get my buddies together. We're just going to go around and oppress women and find ways to keep women down. It's just so idiotic. And so at that point, too, like I had just been hearing her recite the oppression handbook. Well, women are this and this and this, and, you know, trans people and the Black Lives Matter, like whatever little victim-based movement you want to go and, you know, recite down. I just knew that there was no real meat behind her argument. I knew she didn't know what she was talking about. And then I was just like, okay, prove yourself. And that's why if you watch the clip, it goes for it. I was just like, guys, she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. Just put a big L in the chat for this chick right now. Just put a big L and let me see that in the chat. Because I just knew, I was just like, this kid doesn't know what she's talking about. So I'm here to help men, and I'm going to clown her and show the men like this chick makes no logical sense. So you shouldn't take people like this in real life seriously.
Did you regret? Did you regret at all calling her? Because I saw Brian was like, "Oh, let's not call names." He was trying to step in and be like a mediator, right. I guess he was. Did you regret at all calling her rude and obnoxious? I'm curious. And maybe the answer may be no, but I'm just curious.
No. Rude and obnoxious, no. When I slipped up and called her to the B word, that was just like the street in me, because she was like, she started pointing at me. She's like, well, you're just intimidated by women, and you're this and that. And I was just like, you don't even know me. Mm-hmm. Like, you just met me 10 minutes ago. What are you trying to say? That just came up,
Yeah, the B word was the part that and here's the thing. You're on the point of the oppression, like you're right. She made, again, because she's just vomiting out the talking points. She says, "Oh, women are oppressed because she read it somewhere, or a magazine article told her, or a movie told her." She can't support it. So that's very frustrating, because you hear these women and you're like, "How so?" And they're like, "What? You don't know?" They have to get defensive. So you're right on the point. What my message to you was when I covered it was, I was like, one thing guys have to be careful of is it really depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to clown her, and that the people you're speaking to, the people you really want to reach, are going to get who you are, get where you're coming from, then cool. If your goal is to speak to any groups that might be inclined to disagree with you, or try to convert people, or try to like get to people who maybe there's some women out there that are kind of on the fence about how they feel about this. Anytime a man goes personal, they're going to immediately, women are inclined to then get defensive and turn on you, even if the value of what you're saying is true. Remember, we are emotionally driven. So we're going to react and be like, he said that, well, he's not, that's the reaction. So my advice was just like, hey, just know that about us, which I'm sure you know already. And it may or may not work in your favor to have the approach you do.
Listen, if you pay attention to me, when I put her in her place, notice how she gets right in line. when I'm just like, hey, stop talking. Listen, I'm doing the work her father should have done when she was being raised.
Right. It's true.
And, you know, I was telling her, like, just like, how have you gotten 21 years through your life like this and no one's punched you in the face for acting like this? Like, man or woman, like, you're going down a wrong path.
If you like the short clip and want to watch another short clip, click here. Or if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.